Hi everybody, this is Miss Heather from the counseling office with a quick summary of week 2 of some information that was presented at the Senior University Seminar so that everybody's on the same page. Some two key in the news points were the discussion of these IB core blocks. You do know at NITO that the schedule is underprescribed for HL time for IB and overprescribed for standard level courses. So I think it was presented in TOK classes for those students in SL2 classes that every 16 days they will be receiving a core block back in time that are not free. They are not study halls, and they are definitely not, Mom, I don't have to be at school until second block today. Instead, these are times for you to make focused progress on things related to your IB course or IB diploma program or university applications. So extended essay requirements, CAS reflections, and anything else that's going to support your IB work through the end of the year is how these core blocks should be used. If you have any questions, please ask your SL2 teachers or Mr. Suplee. The second thing we kind of introduced was hot off the presses. Every year, two very good colleagues of mine publish this very comprehensive data set for schools that are awarding aid to international students, aid based on need or aid based on merit. Many institutional websites will say we support international students without any details of how much or how about me, and this data set that they provide at this website goes into pretty intense detail on getting further into whether you might be a good financial fit for a particular institution. Here is the website that I have exported, or their data set exported out into a Google Sheet. I'll just quickly review how you could use it. You have institutional name here in column 1 by alpha order, hundreds of them. How many undergraduates they have at that institution in total. Column 4 represents the number of international students, and then next to that is the proportion of all undergraduates who are international. The next two columns indicate whether they offer need-based aid, where your parents will need to submit a variety of financial documents, and then they assess your ability to pay, and then theoretically cover some portion of that need. And the next column is whether that school honors merit-based award to reward some talent that you have regardless of your ability to pay. And so that they then provide the number of students, international students receiving aid at that institution, and the proportion of those international students receiving aid. The last number is pretty important, the average size of the award, although it doesn't directly translate into any award you might receive, but it helps you get a sense of the generosity of the institution. Because a school can say we support international students, and you can see how much detail you actually need to understand would they be able to meet your need. So here I just scroll down to a set of institutions that begin with G, and let's see the variety of information we can get. So Georgetown University is a popular one with the NITO community. They have a undergraduate size of a little over 7,000. About 12% of those students are international. They only provide need-based aid and no merit-based aid. This is very common for highly selective institutions who couldn't really determine merit in a pool that's very highly qualified. So you can see a whopping 25 students out of the nearly 900 receive aid. This is likely some presidential award, and 2%, 3% of the incoming international population, to the tune of basically full ride. Their tuition with full expenses is a little over 70, but nonetheless, you can see that a fraction of students are receiving a generous award. Is Georgetown likely going to support your need? Likely not. You can see Georgia Tech if you're interested in STEM institutions. They don't support international students at all. You need to be prepared to attend Georgia Tech and pay the full sticker price. If you go down here to Gettysburg College, a small liberal arts college with a population of a little over 2,500, about 6% international students, and they provide both need and merit-based programs. And they fund 77% of their students, which is super generous, a great proportion that I pay attention to the tune of about $30,000. That is about a little less than half of the sticker price for Gettysburg. It doesn't mean you'll get that much. Some might get more, some might get less. But to me, those numbers add up to a school that might be generous and might meet your need. And that's how we can use this sheet. So that's just an example of the different ways you can look at this data. Have fun mining this data set, as I do as well, to look at schools that might fit your range of affordability. Then next we have here, sorry for the slide snafu there. Some housekeeping. Like last week, continue to update your Naviance account in all ways: resumes, test scores, college list, etc. Get those registration for the exams in, and for the green and yellow teams who are using the Common Application, have had to do some key things related to matching those accounts, including signing the FERPA waiver, and because it's time now to request letters of recommendation through Naviance. Key deadline has come and gone. The 17th, the Friday, was the last day. I was hoping that you would complete your letters of recommendation questionnaires in Naviance. I was hoping to get the first draft of the Common Application, not the essay, from everyone, which I have, and I'm in the process of turning those back to folks. And now you see the next deadline, a little less than a month away. Last day to submit Common Application essays for review. This is way enough time to get a Common App draft not only submitted to me for the first time, but to get your Common Application essay complete, because we'll be moving on to supplements after this. Oops, one more. The university visits are rolling. Senior University Night is Tuesday night of this week, the 21st. IE University is coming. You can see the rest. Spirit Week is thankfully pretty quiet. And then the next week, things really ramp up. So please continue to visit your Naviance. Mark all these down in your calendaring system. In September, really fasten your seatbelts. It's your time to do research and come with smart questions to meet people who are going to be reading your applications. And then finally, folks on the green team who are considering staying right here in H16 to complete your journey to your soul, please come see me to determine whether this Week Without Walls University App Bootcamp is for you, before you give away a spot in some other cherished trip. All right, thanks so much, everybody. Another great week, and congrats on all the progress so far.